Bully. I used my button. So today's question is, how am I tracking my progress? One of the things that I was very adamant about this go around was being consistent and controlling the things that I can control. And one of the things that I can control is my actions. When I eat, when I move my body and all of that. So I didn't want to use the scale as my main way of tracking everything, because the scale, if you gain muscle but lose fat, it kind of like, you can be losing weight and gaining muscle and it doesn't look like you're losing any fat on the scale, but when you take pictures, your body looks different, right? So I used pictures. When I first started, I was taking pictures every single week to be able to see the difference in my body and keep myself motivated. I did not see progress in like the first, I want to say 4 months. So I did January, I did a video of me from the front, the side, and then the back. And I did that every single month, January to probably August or September. I think it was August. August might have been my last one. But throughout that video, I looked the same for a really long time. And July was like a huge turning point for my visual appearance. And you could see like the huge difference. If you put January by July, like it's a big, big difference. And that for me was a huge motivator. But then I don't know how the switch shut off. I know winter's always a really hard month for me, or really hard season for me, because we're in Iowa and it gets really cold in the winter and I don't go outside. I am honestly scared to death that I'm going to slip and fall and break something, be out on my own, have to run from a dog and trip and fall, hurt myself, whatever. So I don't do a lot in the winter, and I know that that's an excuse. I could do all the things, but back to tracking. I use pictures, I use videos, and I need to get back to it. That's one of the things that I probably should do on here, is have you guys hold me accountable and get back into taking care of myself and taking those progress pictures and videos the videos was every month, the pictures was every week, and it was front. I did every side, like front, left, right, but I did them in the mirror. So it was a little different, because there's a lot of people out there that get really crazy about mirror pictures and phone pictures. They're like, oh yeah, that's not the same side. And I'm like, do y'all not understand mirrors? Seriously. It's frustrating. I have a tattoo on my left side. So I did a picture with the mirror and then with my phone to show like the difference, and someone was like, nope. They didn't believe it. But anywho, I did every single side with my pictures. I even did a face, like just a face shot, to be able to see how my face was changing, and to be able to see that. And I would put them, I had a before and after like collage on Canva that I was able to plug those pictures into to be able to see the difference in my body. The visual was huge for me, and it's one of those things that like you look back at and you're like, dang it, if I'd have just stuck with it, Another way of tracking, so I told you that my biggest focus was on like activities and how active I was. This one's not as good of a representation, but I have hearts for all the days that I was active. This one's January. And then on this one, so this is when I started. This was last year. Hearts for all the days that I was active, and then stars for all the days that I was not, because I didn't want to punish myself. This is like awkward. I didn't want to punish myself for not being active. February is a really good month. Look at that. And to be considered active, I only had to move my body for 10 minutes. So it could be a walk, it could be a workout, it could be, honestly, like there were times where I would set my clock for cleaning and, you know, clean for a solid 30 minutes or an hour or whatever and consider that as active time. But you can see it changed throughout the year of like how often I was moving my body. I also, you can't really see it as well, but on each Wednesday I was weighing in and writing down my weight each week. And at the top, so I started at 251.2 pounds, because, you know, that 0.2 makes a big difference. And then at the top of each month, it's kind of cool. If I fan it down like this, so I have the starting weight at the beginning of each month right here. And if I fan it down, it shows the starting weight. So January, I started at 251.2. January was a shit month. I was sick that whole week of January. Lost 10 pounds in January. Don't get the flu. That is the worst way to lose weight. But I started February at 235.6. And then March 234.4. April 233. May 225. June 222.8. July 222.4. August I went up 222.5. September 220.9. October 222.2. And November and December I did not track my weight because shit got a little crazy. But so where did I leave off? I don't know. This one. So I was active quite a bit in April and then again in May. So baseball season is a really good season for me because while the boys are practicing, I can walk around. So there's the baseball field in the middle of like a road. I can do a horseshoe around and I can walk around while some are practicing and some are playing at the park. So May was really good. June was really good. You can see like Saturdays were the days that I rested in June. And then July was really good. I changed colors. My purple ran out. August, not too bad. And then September was a little intense. I signed up for Step Bet in September and I had to have 7,000 steps every day. Or 9,000 steps. I had to have 2 power days and then 4 regular days. So 2 power days was the 9,000 and then 4 regular days was the 7,000. And then I could have 1 rest day a week. And as you see, I was determined. I bet $40 that I could do it. And guess what? I did it. But I crashed. Crashed really, really hard. I continued in the beginning of October. And then these 3 days. And then literally the rest of October, I didn't do squat. So October, I ended at 25% active. That's where it all went downhill. November, 13% active. Really bad. Went back to my doctor, and I was like, I gotta get better. So December was 32% active. And I feel like this has been the best way to keep myself on track because just knowing that in January, you know, that whole week, I was down. I was sick, you know, and then looking back to see what happened, why I gained the weight back. Like, I'm never doing a step bet again. I will tell you that much right now, because I went hard in September. There were nights where I was walking in place to meet my goals because I wanted to be able to get that $40 back. Plus, I think I earned $4. So not a great investment. But it was one of those things that, you know, it got me moving. However, I crashed really hard. And I feel like that's why I fell off the wagon. It's one of those that all or nothing mindset really, really, really messes with me. And the minute I crash, my brain says, it's over. We're done. We messed it up. You're going to gain all the weight back, you know, and it just spirals right down the hole. And if I wouldn't have gone to the doctor, I truly believe that it would have continued. I would have just let it go completely. I would have not started working out again. I would have not, like, it would have been all down, all down the drain. And I would have gone probably back up to where I was. So my ultimate goal when I started this journey was to see how different I could be from January 2024 to January 2025. I do regret not making a video in January 25, but I was so discouraged by the winter weight that I was like, I'm not doing this video. I've gained weight back. I don't look as good as I did in July when I lost, I looked really good in July. I was very proud of myself, and gaining that weight back, like, that is a confidence killer, essentially. Like, it was so bad, and I didn't do the video. I definitely regret it. It's something that I want to do now. I want to get back into the routine of taking the weekly progress pictures, taking that video once a month. It also didn't help that I had my video scheduled during my, like, menstrual cycle. So I was super bloated when I was taking the videos, like, as time went on, because, like, our bodies change so much. But it ended up being during that time of the month, and I was like, this isn't a good representation either, because I'm bloated and I look gross, I feel gross, how you feel during those weeks. Like, no, I don't want to do this. So that kind of ruined that as well. But definitely something I want to get back into. But just being able, like, seeing in January, so I went from 32% in December of 24 to 61% in January. To me, that is huge. February was 64%. March is not going as well as I had planned. I have not been as active. I do have days that I need to fill in, though, that I haven't filled in yet. But it hasn't been as good as I have been doing. So I think I want to set something up on here to where, people do, like, weekly check-ins. I was doing weekly check-ins on another app. I won't say the name because I don't know how YouTube is with all that, but I was doing it on another app, and they censored me for sharing weight loss. I don't know why. Like, it was my personal experience. It's something that I have been through. I would never encourage someone to do something that's not healthy for their body. Like, this is my journey. This is my experience, and I would never try to coach someone. I would never tell someone to do something that I'm doing just because I'm doing it. We are all different. We have all different bodies. We all need different things. So if I ever say anything on here that you're like, I don't know if I would do that, don't do it, please. Like the fasting, the intermittent fasting, a lot of people do that, and that's not something that I can do, because when I do that, I binge eat, and that's really bad. And, like, I know the things that I can't do, right? So if there's anything you hear on here, if I say that I'm eating, such and such calories, like, that's not for you. That's not for you. You can do your own calorie thing. I can actually put a link below to a calorie thing that I use. I was using, I think it was like TDEE calculator.net, but then I switched to Calculator. I think it's just Calculator, either .com or .net, I'm not sure. But that one has all sorts of different things that you can calculate. You can calculate BMR, so like how much your body burns while you're at rest. And then you can calculate, I base my calories off of BMR. That's another tracking thing. I use MyFitnessPal on my other phone. I have two phones now. I use it on my other phone to be able to track my calories, because in the beginning, I had no idea how many calories I was eating, and I told my doctor I was only eating 2 meals a day. And she goes, okay, and how many calories are you eating for those meals? And I was like, I don't know. And when I found out, yikes. I was eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. Just in those 2 meals. So I was averaging like 1,500 calories a meal. That's insane. My calories should be like 800 calories per meal, or, you know, smaller, bigger, whatever. Like, yeah, it needed to change. So tracking in MyFitnessPal, that's one thing that kept me. It's another one. Like, I have completely fallen off the wagon, and I'm using this to hopefully, like, re-inspire myself to get back into it, and to want to work out, to want to eat right, to be able to document it. Because right now, if I showed you my food, you'd be like, you're on a fitness journey? And it's not even that I'm eating, like, terrible. It's just, like, today, I had a bottle of Mountain Dew. My other pops were Coke Zero. And I know that, like, I need more water. I do know that. But yeah. I'm in a weird spot right now. Like, activity is the only thing keeping me, like, mostly healthy. And I know as summer gets here, I have a garden planned. I'm really excited about that because these kids go through food like it's going out of style. And with everything being expensive as it is, my husband is on layoff right now, and he should be going back to work next week with it warming up and stuff. He does concrete, so it's a little difficult to do concrete in the winter, especially in Iowa, when you have, like, you literally have to dig through the snow to be able to lay the concrete. That's silly. So he's on layoff right now, and unemployment doesn't really pay as much as we need, essentially, for all of the things. But anywho, I'm excited to be able to do a garden this summer and have fresh vegetables, fresh, maybe fruit. I haven't gotten, last year I got strawberries. I think I ate one strawberry off those strawberry plants. I did do them in buckets though. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Tracking. MyFitnessPal, the consistency. I also use, Me 360. I don't know if I can show you on here. Hold on. I have a health and fitness section. Oh, I have a scale that I step on. It says it's one of those that can, like, sense your body fat and all of that. Not sure how real that is, but it's okay. I use that app as well. So the last time I weighed myself, okay, whatever. I was 228.3. That was February 23rd. Been a while since I've weighed. My target weight right now is 225. Because I go in small increments. Because when I go big, my brain's like, that's never gonna happen. Where's my... Okay, there. It says my weight is 228.3. My BMI is terrible. My body fat percent is 45%, which feels accurate, like 50% body fat almost. Like, yeah, it's quite a bit. Body fat weight is 102.8. Skeletal muscle mass, 29. Skeletal muscle weight, 66. Muscle percent is 51%. Muscle weight is 116. That's interesting. Visceral fat is 16, which doesn't seem too bad, but I don't know what visceral, oh, hey, it has a thing. Low is 1. 1 to 9 is healthy. 9 to 14 is high. And then above 14 is obese. So, apparently I need to get under 9. I do know that's probably part of my, like, digestive issues. Water percent said 41%. Weight of water was 94.2. My metabolism is 1684, so 1684, which is high. Healthy, oh, okay. I don't understand a lot of the things. I just kind of wing it. So I also use this watch that I got off of Amazon. I can link that also. But I had another one, but this one, it tells you all of the things. This one actually tells me that I am at high risk for sleep apnea. Probably something I should mention to my doctor as well. You know, just add to the list of shit. But I have an app that connects to it as well. Well, it's not even up. It's the Zep app. And it tells me all of the things. Yeah, I know my phone's Bluetooth is turned off because I'm doing a video. But it tells you physical recovery, mental recovery, resting heart rate variability, sleep duration, deep sleep, exertion load, training status, heart health. It's got all of the things. My watch is dead right now, so that's why I don't have it on. But Me 360, the app that I was originally going to show you on here. If I'm signed in. I don't remember the last time I signed in on this. I just got, okay, so that's perfect. I can show you. So this is what the Me 360 app shows you. And I can like turn my body. It's super cool. And it shows you all the things. It's really cool. I will show you. You can do a compare. So I have a list of all of the dates that I've done it. So I'll compare, see what are we in. We're in March. I haven't done March yet. I need to do a scan. I'll just do the January one. Compare January of 24 to January of 25. This really blows my mind because I was mad at myself for gaining all of that weight back. But then I looked at this and I was like, you know what? So this is January 24 on this side. And this is January 25. You can already see the difference. I'm trying to get it to where it's not like blurry. Okay, so you can already see the difference between the two. And then I go like this. And look at that. January 24 and January 25. Look at my belly. Like, that's where I really noticed the difference. And, oh my goodness. That was huge for me. I need to do it again. But it says, like, body fat is down 2.2%. This actually tells you your body fat, too. I feel like this would be a little bit more accurate representation. But it said 46.9% in January. So, I mean, that weight, that scale said 46%. So, I mean, it's kind of on the right track. But that app, I love it because that visual was huge for me and made me realize, like, yeah, I might have let myself go a little bit, but I'm still on the right track. I'm still not where I was back then. So, yeah, those are some of the things that I use. The key phrase for this video is progress, not perfection. So drop that in the comments and I will shout you out in the next video. Thank you for watching all the way through, and I will see you on the next video. I gotta push my button. Oh no, it's not gonna work now, of course. Oh no. How do I turn it off? I gotta push the button. Ah! Okay.